Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, December 21st, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is I align with gratitude as the foundational attitude that I take action from. I had to write that one down because I tried many times to not, and I was like, I'm not getting this right. So here we are. Last day, Sun in Sagittarius for most of the day for a good portion of the world. Full day for a large portion of the world. And moving into Capricorn at 7:27 p.m. Pacific time. So here we are exiting Sagittarius, moving into Capricorn, working some solstice magic energy. And we have some interesting Astro going on, not going to lie. But I love the feeling of letting gratitude be a foundation that you move from. And I encourage you to consciously utilize that energy in moving forward. You know, Sagittarius to Capricorn is the portal through which we find the vision. Sagittarius is where we come into that vision and believe we can achieve the vision, and Capricorn is where we take the practical steps, the practical actions. It's where we have to find ourselves in integrity, and that's actually going to be our theme for Capricorn, is integrity. That our actions, our physical steps align with the inspiration. And sometimes it can be really easy to do that. Sometimes that can be a challenge because we can fall back into habits that don't necessarily support the new vision. So watch for that. Now, speaking of that, we have a really interesting transit today. We have Mars inconjunct Uranus. So an inconjunct is like, we don't really know how to work together. And Mars in Sagittarius is ready to take that inspired action. It's like maybe jumping the gun a little bit. And Uranus in Taurus is like, wait. There's some impediments. There's some energies that you're carrying with you that won't go with you to this next step. And so with this energy, Wolfie's, you probably can't hear that because she's got the tiniest little squeaker, but she's in the background going, Mee! So she's doubling down on this. There, for all of us, are places where we're not in integrity. There are places where we are still falling into habits, and the universe is like, stop it, not that way, that's not the thing. Pay attention to that today. It might be a little bit bigger, but watch that. This energy is a little explosive, impulsive. It is good energy to pay attention to. It's good energy to be grounded in. I've had energy like this knock me off my feet, literally. It's not easy to do that because I'm pretty sure-footed for a Sagittarius. But I've had it knock me off my feet. Watch for those energies. Watch for the things that trigger you, because any and all of this is like, hey, this is where you need to do some of that work, where you need to do some of that shifting to get into that alignment. Now, speaking of alignment, I love this as well. We have the moon and the north node connecting at 22 degrees, that master degree level today. And the moon is like, hey, you being yourself, you being who you came here to be. And north node is like, hey, you being yourself, you being who you came here to be. It's being pulled on by that south node energy. Where do you suppress yourself? Where do you dim your light? Where do you try to make everything peaceful outside of yourself, and meanwhile you're a wreck inside because you're not being true to you? So that energy is also feeding into this. We also have Mercury wrapping up its Capricorn energies for now, preparing to move into Sagittarius, which we'll do later in the day on Friday. The Sun and Mercury preparing for a meeting, which just amplifies. It amplifies the energies. It amplifies the mental energies. It amplifies the vibrational energies. Where's your head at? Hearing that song. Where's your head at? Check. Is it in integrity? Is it in alignment with your vision? Is it helping support you in making decisions, taking physical steps in that direction? This is what this Mercury retrograde is for, to help review and shift those energies where it is not. Now, on top of all this, we also have the moon finishing up in Aries, preparing to move into Taurus. But as the moon moves into, or finishes up, we've got a square with Pluto at 29 degrees. Picture crash of symbols. Again, if you are not paying attention, this energy is going to try to make you pay attention. So your best bet is pay attention, yo. Mercury and Saturn are also connecting. You may get some karmic messages, karmic lessons popping up in this. And then moon moves into Taurus and sun moves into Capricorn, and suddenly we're in deep earth energy. We go from the fire to the earth. And the universe is like, okay, where do we need to ground you? Where do we need to get practical? Where do we need to dig in? Really, really, really interesting energies. Watch that Mars-Uranus. Watch your impulse energies. Watch where you're doing something that's not in that integrity. I know we haven't shifted into Sun and Capricorn yet, but that integrity lesson, it's coming in hot. We've got some transformation going on today. Some transformational energy. And this might be as you recognize the magic that you are, abracadabra, all the way, the magic that you are, as you align in your integrity. Now, the control card, we have the control card, which could go one of two ways. It could be that feeling of control within yourself as you make these aligned decisions. It can also be the feeling of rebellion that comes up when we feel controlled by outside. It is the King of Swords, so it's a reminder, where's your head at? Find that mental magic that supports you. We have another king. We have the King of Swords, and we have the King of Emotions, the healing card. There's a big tie between the mind and the emotions. The emotions can get the mind spinning, creating stories. The mind can spin stories and get the emotions going, and they can believe each other. That's something I always have to watch within myself. The stories that I'm telling and the emotions that come from it. And I know I can tell stories that lift me up and are like abracadabra and that transform and support me, or the ones that drop me into Mimi's personal hell where I have the lessons to learn. And here we have the letting go card. So regardless of which way your stories and emotions go today, keep your awareness, keep your wits about you, and notice if this is meant to transform you or if this is something that you need to release in this solstice magic that we are in. Woo! All right, so that's it for today. You can book a reading with me, 2024 year ahead readings, gift certificates, regular readings, the 2024 transit list. Any of that is available. If you don't hear something that you want, reach out because I do a lot of things. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and remember who you are. Namaste.